Thanks for being here. Got an email the other day about ToonTrack releasing ezbass product. It's a great idea. It looks fantastic, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with it. And they just put out another email that has an introduction video on it. So I want to quickly gloss over it with you and just see what the different features are and what the biggest features are, because knowing ToonTrack, they probably put a ton of research and development into this. Everything else that they put out has been really well done and well received, so I'm sure this is going to be fantastic. If you would do me a favor for being here, if you would click the like button below if you like what you're watching. If you are interested in seeing other videos regarding home studio, home recording, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to see more content similar to this. Other than that, let's get into it. All right, thanks for being here. Now, I wanted to have a look at ToonTrack because they had actually shown a couple of things with their new ezbass line. Now, I don't know if you've heard of that or not, but ToonTrack has a couple of other products out. Superior Drummer, you've probably heard of. EZdrummer is kind of the little brother to Superior Drummer. And then they have another product called EZkeys, and they're just all sampled instruments, real players, real instruments, and they sample everything. You've probably noticed a lot of new products coming out with bass instruments being sampled and turned into MIDI tracks that you can write with them and create bass lines and all kinds of stuff. And probably the best one that's out there is Submission Audio is probably the most popular one because of how crazy good the basses that they've sampled on there. And I think they've got three products. They've got Eurobass, or Eurobass 2, I guess would be the newest one. And then they have Punk Bass, and then they have Gin Bass, which is more of like a progressive gent style guitar. Enter ToonTrack. So if you go to toontrack.com, so it says meet your new bass player. So if you have a look at the bass guitars there, it kind of looks like they've sampled some PV basses. You have to scroll down on the web page, by the way, in case you're curious about that. Says they've carefully sampled two basses, one vintage, one modern, which is just like their EZdrummer product as well. It comes with a modern and a vintage kit, and then there's different presets that you can have that kind of articulate the different dynamics. They use different drums that were sampled to build different kits. They sound really good. Like, everyone was raving about how Submission Audio got their bass sounds, and especially with the latest one they put out, Gin Bass, it sounds fantastic, and the articulations and the way that you can edit the MIDI is phenomenal. This one, if I was another company that is putting out bass sampled products, I'd be a little bit worried, because ToonTrack doesn't cut corners, as it were. So May 19th. So here's the list price though. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit cheaper, because you can get Gin Bass for $100. This is $180. Here's something funny I thought. Right here, they tagged Davey504, probably because they want to see what his opinion of the sampled slap bass is. So that'd be interesting to watch for. So if you look at the bass that's here, you can see this is the vintage model. Okay, you can see that up there, vintage. Here's the presets area. And you've got different effects and things like that that you can apply to it. Tuning, you've got a sub bass level, compression, treble, EQ, and the amp. And then bass controls, those are your three dials here. Bridge, neck, tone. Okay, bridge, neck, tone, just like you had on a real bass guitar. And just a side note here, the graphics look fantastic, and when you watch it being played, the vibration of the strings, it looks really awesome. So hats off to the UI developers of this product, because those guys, man, they did a great job here. The nice thing about this is that if you're at all familiar with EZdrummer, Superior Drummer, or Easy Keys and the way that the interface kind of works, you're pretty much already going to know how to use this product. See, it sounds really good. Like it sounds really good. So I'm really stoked about May 19th about this product. But let's get to the other things that I think are real. We're going to skip over a couple things here that are kind of standard that you get with the EZdrummer and the Easy Keys packages, like the MIDI packages, and they've given you 2 basses here sampled, so you're going to be able to have 2 bass guitars, modern and vintage, and no doubt they're going after your wallets, like George Lucas in a new Star Wars movie, or I should say Disney in a new Star Wars movie, or a new toy, or whatever have you. They're going to be putting out newly sampled basses, new bass models that they're going to sample, and they're going to put out new MIDI packs and all that kind of stuff. So guard your wallets, people, because ToonTrack is coming for it. Okay, so you can change the articulations on a note-by-note basis. Okay, so here's the other things. Auto alternate fingers, index finger, middle finger, short note, ghost note, harmonic, percussive right hand, tapping, slap, pop, ghost slap, percussive left hand. There's a lot of stuff in there. So I'm kind of curious to know what Davey504 thinks of this stuff. Okay, so let's say you've written the bass line, and you want to change maybe the style of the way it's being played, like you want more of a jazz style instead of just the standard 4/4 rock bass line that you wrote. You can audition different styles of the way that your bass line is being played, which I think is a fantastic feature. Wow, it's like, who do you want to play your bass line? Do you want Geddy Lee to play your bass line, or do you want Flea to play your bass line, or do you want Steve Harris from Iron Maiden to play your bass line? Like, you pick. This is what I felt has been missing in other products. So you can dump in a bass audio file and it'll change it to MIDI. You can dump in a guitar part, even just a dry DI signal, and it'll change it to bass MIDI. Or you can actually even dump in a drum part and it'll change it to bass MIDI. And it'll write a bass line based off of those parts. Okay, so you've got a full grid editor. You can replace the MIDI. You can edit the play style. It's insane. Okay, and then here's the other one, drums and keys. Man, you can dump in a drum to bass line, like kick drum. If you want your bass line to follow your kick, you can do that. You want your bass line to follow your kick snare, you can do that. You want your bass line to follow the kick for your like the different playing style. You want the finger style to follow the bass, and you want the slap to follow the snare. It's just amazing what you can do here. The features they thought of in here are crazy good. And then on top of that, in the drums and keys area, you can change the bass line to follow the left bass line of a piano track, or you can tell it just to follow the chords. Again, just incredible features that they've thought of here. It's amazing. Like this is definitely the superior drummer version of bassline. I'm blown away by everything they packed into this thing. The only problem is that they're going to just throw MIDI packs at you and new bass guitars that have been sampled, and you're just going to be opening your wallet every month. Every time they put a new product out, you're going to want to give them money for it. Yeah, this is just an insane package. Listen to this part. super stoked about this. May 19th can come soon enough. It's almost a full month away. The only thing that I would say that I didn't notice is different ways that you can mic, say, the cabinets, like the bass amps. I didn't see that anywhere in this introduction, so maybe that's like another add-on that they're going to give you, is different amps that you can put into your existing modern or vintage bass guitars. And then same kind of thing like with the other like bias effects and things like that, and IK Multimedia, you can move the microphones around, or neural VSP, you know, change the mic position on the cabinets, change the amps, all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, there's so many possibilities of this app now. Like I said, guard your wallets, because ToonTrack is coming for it big time. Anyway, I just wanted to send this out as soon as I could because I'm super excited about the ToonTrack product. Hopefully ToonTrack would give me an advanced copy so that I can test and put more videos out using them in my own studio, but we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, thanks for being here, and if you liked what you saw here and you want to see more material like this, just hit the like and subscribe. And if you want to be notified of more videos like it, hit the notification bell too. And yeah, thanks for being here, and keep making music.